So I did something. Yeah. Fully upgraded this Grom. Aluminum shocks, aluminum diff cover. I have some metal drive shafts, front and rear. 3S LiPo. But I didn't record it. I didn't show you guys. I guess the reason I didn't record anything is because I really enjoy working on these cars, guys. I don't record everything. I just do it. One guy, Mike RR5150. I'm going to take this car back apart and show you what I did. Let's do it. Now, I wasn't going to show you guys. I was just going to show up with the car. But he asked nicely. So let's do it. So everybody, let's show Mike some love because this video is for you, buddy. All right, Mike. First thing we're going to do is take off these wheels. Now, since I already have the aluminum shafts on, hold on. All right, so I took off half just so I can show you what I did, and I put on the originals again. So I'm gonna redo this because they're both different, okay? This one has a dog bone and this one has a CVD drive shaft. I'll show you in a sec. And this is the differential cover right here, aluminum. So first things first, take a 7mm hex and remove these wheels. You know, I'm doing this lefty, that's why it looks like this. All right, so once those wheels are off, you're gonna, once those wheels are off, you got to get your little Allen, what is this, a 2.0, and remove these two. So, and by these two, yeah, let me show you. Yep, this little piece right here comes off. So just go ahead and screw that off and remove your hex. Do the same thing to the back. You should be left with these little stubbies. All right, Mike, the next thing you're gonna do is keep your 2mm Allen and you're gonna remove this screw right here. And what that's gonna do is free up your upper arm, and now you can access your drive shaft. Let me show you from a different angle so you can get a better view of what we're doing here. So we're gonna lift this arm right here, and this drive shaft pops out of that cup that's inside. See that right there? Now that's free. We're gonna remove this drive shaft from this knuckle here just by giving it a good amount of pressure. Don't be scared to muscle that thing out. Let me get a hammer. So I got this thing here, and you see that little silver thing on there? That's your bearing. You got to make sure that comes off and goes back inside your knuckle on the back side, because we want a bearing on each side of this thing. All right, bearings back inside and on the other side too. Perfect. I recommend you put this in first into your knuckle, okay? That way it slides in snug, give it a little spin, and it's smooth, clean. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this little arm into that cup, giving it a little spin until it falls. Boop. Toss that arm back in the knuckle, put the screw back on top, grab your little drill. Now we're gonna grab our new aluminum hex, put that on there, and make sure that it does not move when we're going left and right. If the thing spins and it's sitting too high, grab your wheel and do the same thing. Spin it until it drops into place. Grab your brand new nut. There you go. 7mm hex. Boom, that's the front side. Don't get too excited. Let's work on the back. Now the back is a little bit different. That screw right there instead. See what I'm touching right here? That's the one. The one that holds the upper arm to your knuckle. So we're gonna remove that screw. All right, so that frees up this arm here and gives you access to pull out your dog bone. This is not a CVD. It's a little bit different than what's in the front, which means that we still have this piece here sitting inside of your knuckle. So we want to pull that out and make sure you get that bearing off of here too. Just like we did on the front, let's make sure we toss that bearing in the back side of this knuckle. So our CVD shaft has support on both ends. So we're gonna slide this thing back into place. Same like last one, we're gonna give it a little spin and make sure it goes good. Grab that arm and drop it into that cup right there. Sorry, let me give you guys a better view. Here we go. Drop that into that cup and give it a spin. All right, I dropped that upper arm back into the knuckle, and now we're gonna put that screw back in. All right, grab our aluminum hex, throw that on there, make sure it's snug. Grab our wheel, toss it on there, make sure it's snug. Grab the new nut, toss it on there, and snug it up, baby. I mean, Mike, sorry, I'm not calling you baby. All right, so that's the front and the rear drive shaft. Now, let's do the aluminum diff cover. In access to a few of these screws, we have to remove this little plate thing here. So this is just a little piece of plastic to continue the body onto the nose. Now, there's 2 screws. Pretty hard to see. There you go. Right there and right there. Make sure to get those 2 out. Right, flip the car around, and we're gonna be removing these 4 screws right here. Now with all that off, that should give you access to pull this whole bumper off. There you go. Flip the car back over, and now we're back on the front side. We got 2 screws right there on top in between those shock towers, and then 2 screws down below right there. All right, now with those screws off, you should have access. Come on. Come on. 2 different cover. See, easy, it just comes right off. Your new aluminum one goes right in its place. Boom. Make sure to tighten up those 4 screws in front. Let's slide our front bumper back in place, ensuring that these 2 pins fall in these 2 holes. It goes 2 screws on the top of your bumper too. All right, let's grab our body panel and we'll screw that back in place. Well, that's how you upgrade your Grom. I think now we can call it a TLR Typhon Grom. Well, I hope I taught you something, Mike. And if you need any more help, just go ahead, man. Ask. Well, till next week, bro. See ya.